Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Lynn Wilson and welcome to my home. Welcome to my channel, and I'm glad my friends are here tonight. We're going to have a little chat, get caught up, all that good stuff. So tonight, what are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about new season, new projects, and new perspective. That's about where I am in life right now. A few videos ago, I told you, yeah, I got my pen in my hand. I'm ready. I got notes. We're going to do this. I was talking a few videos ago about how I just feel like I'm in this new season. September is my new year. September has always been my new year even since I think I was a little kid. I always felt like that's the time I have a fresh start, a fresh perspective, and I just get motivated and extra excited. And that's exactly where I am. I've seen things that I've prayed about for the past year, past 2 years, past 3 years, maybe even longer, like coming to ahead right now. I've seen things that I've been kind of like, is it going to go this way? Is it going to go that way? I've seen things changing and happening, and I'm getting answers, not to everything, but I'm seeing more now than I have in a long time. And I'm glad. I'd rather have an answer than wonder. And yeah, are you like that? I'd rather know, is it yes or no? So I can move forward in either direction. And I kind of feel like that's where I'm at right now. So let me tell you some of the projects. These are just probably maybe a tenth of what's really going on in my life. If you haven't met me, and if you don't know me and you're new here, if you ever followed me on my personal Facebook page, you would even know more. I'm a very busy woman. I love being busy. I thrive on being busy, and I enjoy it so much. I have people all the time that say, I don't know how I could never keep up with you. Well, don't keep up with me. Keep up with you. My life is my life. My life is lived to the fullest and the best that I can to live it to the fullest. I enjoy doing new things. I love going places and meeting people. I love thrift shopping. I love crafting. I love cooking. I love cleaning. I love decorating. I love working a full-time job. I absolutely love it. I love having a career. I love doing YouTube. I love all this stuff. And then in addition to that, having a family with special needs and all that goes into that, it's just who I am, and that's what life's all about for me. So some of the projects that I have going on, obviously, is YouTube. I am trying to get a video out. I would love to do a video a day. That would be my ultimate goal. Even if it's not a long video, just a quick video to say, hey, how you guys doing? So I'm working toward that. I probably do 4 to 5 a week. I'd like to increase that. We'll see how it goes. Let me know below in the comments, do you all prefer short videos, long videos? Do you like a combination of videos? I personally, if it's people that I love to follow, I could sit there and listen to them for a long time, and I enjoy a longer video. Some of the people I follow do longer videos. Some of the people I follow do shorter videos. And I find sometimes I get tired of the short videos because I just get excited and then they're ending it. So I'd be curious, where are you all in terms of long or short videos? So projects, let's get back to this. I've got YouTube going on, trying to tweak that and figure out what I want to do. I'm coming up in a couple of months to my 3rd year, and I'm trying to decide which direction I want to go in with that. My podcast, many of you have asked, when am I bringing back my podcast? And it is a podcast I do through my work, and it is called Hope for Today. It is a faith-based podcast. It comes out every Tuesday at 1:30 on Facebook Live, on Boxcast, and also on YouTube. Hope for Today with Lynn Wilson. You can see that, and I usually leave on the community page a link to the current podcast. The first one just aired yesterday, which was October 4th, and you'll see it coming up again every Tuesday from now until probably the end of June, and then I take a 2-month break. We have vacation coming up in a couple weeks. We have 3 different distinct places we have planned to go, but we haven't decided where we're going. So my husband and I have to make some plans for that. Got lots going on. During part of that vacation will be a business meeting that I need to have on growing my channel and a few other things that are up and coming. So I got to get that going on there. I have an ebook coming out, possibly the end of this year, if not early next year. It will be a woman's devotional. So I have part 1 and part 2, but I'll have an ebook coming out. So keep your eyes and ears open for that in case you're interested in that. I'm still trying to grow my shop with my sisters. We have a Facebook online shop, and I have not been able to get things out in the shop. I have things here at the house being prepared for the shop, haven't gotten it on there. Graham and I are also starting an online just resale shop, so we're working toward pulling that together. That'll be up and coming by the end of this month. We're doing fall decor in the house. I put a few pumpkins here and there. I'm a lover of pumpkins, and my pumpkins are sitting in my basement, and I need to get some stuff in this house, and we call it fall-ize. We got to fall-ize this house and pull it together, and really, I just didn't want to rush into fall this year. As much as I love the pumpkins, I wanted to savor the transition from the summer to the fall in a different way this year. I just felt like I needed to slow it down, at least in the Wilson household, which I've done. Now we are starting to get the fall-like weather, and Ian has blown through. So we've had 3 days of non-stop rain. That is now gone. The sun is coming out tomorrow. It's supposed to be 75 degrees, and I need to start pulling together and getting my fall decor out. It's the end of the year, toward the end of the year. Now it's October, almost the end of the year. I have end of the year paperwork that I need to get done without going into personal business. We just have some, nothing bad, but things that we need to put in place and get certain things done. So we're working on that. Got to update the will, get, all these kind of things that you keep putting off. It's time to do that. This is our last year of homeschooling. I am so sad. Our son is finishing his last year of life skill training for special needs, and then that's it. He can continue and do things on his own if he wants, if he chooses to do so. But this is our last official year, and I've been homeschooling for a long time. I homeschooled my oldest, who's now 32. I've homeschooled our youngest, and I wouldn't mind having a few more kids coming up the ranks for schooling, for loving on and taken care of, but God hasn't provided. So this is it for me. We are making holiday plans, family coming and going and all that good stuff. Who's getting what Christmas present? Where are we going for Thanksgiving? What's happening? All the rest. We got to make those plans. Still working on my declutter list. Up and coming video on where we're at with that decluttering list. Those how many weeks? 20 weeks before Christmas. And we were doing one declutter item after another. Many of you have emailed me and messaged me that you are working on that list. Keep it up. I'm so proud of you. It does not mean you have to get rid of 1,000 things. If you got rid of one thing, that's great. If you got rid of nothing and just took the time to reorganize in those areas, that's a good thing too. We have lots and lots and lots and lots of groups that we are part of, and youth groups and activities at church and other ministries and just stuff. And this season has begun, started in mid-September. We are now in full swing of prepping and organizing and all that kind of stuff. So much is happening. That's just a few of the things that are going on. But one of the neatest things I was telling my husband this time around, this season, for some reason in particular, I just really feel like I've prayed a lot about things, and I've really tried to think through things and be wise. And if you see me with a blanket, I'm freezing. I'm cold. It's, I don't know, like 50 something degrees, and I have the heat off in the house. We have a little heater going, but I got a chill, so I got a blanket on me. I match the couch though, don't I? So anyway, things that I've learned some really interesting lessons myself this season right now with all the projects and all the things we have going on. So I'm going to tell you, there are 5 things that I've learned. And maybe in your, change of season, maybe you're going through, or new season, or whatever it is. I love hearing what other people have learned, because it helps me think through in my own mind and in my own life what's happening. So again, as I mentioned, I'm in a new season. We're doing some new projects, and I'm getting a new perspective. So 5 things. Number 1 is my planner has sustained my schedule and has sustained me so much. I've always had a planner. I've always been a planner girl. But half the times I write things down, and then I put my planner aside and I forget to look at it, and then you triple and double book yourself and all the rest. Now, the first thing I'm doing is, nope, let me check the calendar. Nope, let me check the calendar. I've been doing this faithfully probably since July. So about almost 4 months now, where before I do anything, I'll make a note of that, but I need to check the calendar. And it really has made a difference. It's relieved a lot of stress. I'm learning to set boundaries. I've always been one to, give in. Oh, well, yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that. No, 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 no. I need to set boundaries. Boundaries are healthy. Boundaries emotionally, mentally, and physically are a good thing to have. We set boundaries for our children because we don't want them to overdo it or get involved in things they shouldn't be involved in, and so many other reasons. We do set boundaries for our kids, but we forget to set boundaries for ourselves. I'm learning to do that kindly, lovingly, but I will tell you, here are my boundaries. The third thing, it's helping me to decide what is really important and who is important. Priority for me is the Lord. Everything I do, for me, that's priority. But putting that over here, my priority is my husband, and he's number one. Then it's my kids. After that, everything else can fall into place. So everything that I'm doing, if it affects my husband or my kids in a negative way, if it affects my husband and my kids' schedule, that they can't get to someone, I'm the only driver in the family because of my husband's disability and my youngest son's special needs. I am their driver. If they have an activity, if my kid needs to go to a class, my kid needs to go to youth group, he's going if he wants to go. If I can in any way, shape, or form make it happen, I will make it happen. If my husband chooses that he needs a night out because he's been cooped up in the house all week because he can't drive, he's priority. We're going out. And that might mean setting a boundary and telling someone else no. Sometimes it's plain no. Sometimes it's can we reschedule. Sometimes it's, it's never going to happen because it's just something I've chosen not to do. I think too, learning what's important to me, it's really helped me have a fresh perspective on remembering that my husband and my children are my everything. And the Lord has been gracious in giving me the best husband and the best kids ever made in the universe. And I need to remember to be thankful and grateful for what I have and not take that for granted, and to make sure their needs are met. They take care of me in so many ways and love me in so many ways. And it's just a natural thing. I've married my husband because I'm madly in love with him. 35 years later, I'm still madly in love with him, and I want to continue to keep that relationship the way it is. The fourth thing is learning to say no without guilt. I would always be like, oh, I feel so bad. And, it doesn't mean that sometimes it doesn't bother me when I've had to say no, but I'm learning to say no, and it's okay to say no. The older you get, the wiser you get. You look back at your younger self and you're like, really? You couldn't have, you did, but you didn't have the experience. The older you get, you have more experience. And I want to take the experience and the things I've learned and the wisdom I've gained and turn that into a good thing. And, my children are older now. My children are adults. And I want them as an adult to watch me and realize, adult to adult, oh, I can set boundaries. I can say no. And I don't mean in a harsh way, like, no, we're not going to do that. No, you can say no in a nice way. And myself, number 5, is learning that I have limitations. I am 10, 20, 30 years older than my younger self was. 30 years ago, what I could do, I can't do now. 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I'm a little bit older. I'm a little bit slower. I just can't, I don't have the stamina anymore to do certain things, and that's okay. I don't want to be one of these old people that says, don't grow old. There's nothing to it. It's horrible. I don't want to do that. Growing old is something that happens in life. It's a natural progression in life. I can't change that, but I want to do what my grandmother said, and that's grow old gracefully. And you know what? If I'm a little older and I can't do it the same way, find a different way to do it. Know my limitations. I can do it a different way. Maybe I have to take 2 days to do it instead of 1 day to do it. That's okay. Then go back, schedule it out. I have a planner. I can schedule it out. I can set the boundaries that I need to set. I can list the priorities that are important to me. And I can realize that it's okay if I have to say no to something else because I have to set limits for myself. I want to keep my health healthy. I want to keep my mental state of mind healthy. I want to keep my physical health. and my emotional and my spiritual health healthy as much as possible. And being able to go to church on Sunday and setting boundaries and saying no to something else, that is an important thing to me. And you can see how these all link together. Looking at my schedule and making sure that's a priority on my list. Saying no to somebody else or setting boundaries, knowing what's important to me. Setting my week off on the right foot when possible and I don't have to work. Going to church just sets my week one foot ahead of itself, and it's a good thing. What do you do to kind of motivate yourself? What do you all do to keep yourself, when you're busy and life has gotten crazy, do you set limits? Are you good at setting boundaries? Are you good at saying no? Do you find it hard? I really feel like I've come into a new season. I have a fresh perspective with lots going on, but I have found that I'm getting better at saying, I'm really sorry. I just can't do that this week. Listen, if I want to stay home tomorrow night and paint my toenails and somebody else wants to do something with me, that might be a priority to them, but it's not a priority to me because I've been out the last 10 nights in a row. Tomorrow night, I'm staying home and painting my toenails. I don't need to tell you that. I can just say, I'm really sorry. I'm very busy tomorrow night. And that's the truth. Doesn't matter that I'm staying home and that's my busy, or that I'm going out on the town with some friends and it's not that kind of busy. I don't need to explain myself to you, nor do I need to tell you what I'm doing. As long as I know in my heart of hearts I'm doing the right thing for me and my family, I'm good. So I'd be curious, what all do you have going on in your life? Got some fun projects going on? Are you learning some new things? Anything you want to chat about, leave a comment below, shoot me an email. I know I get behind on comments, but never fail. I will get to your comment. So hang tight, but leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. Don't forget to give a thumbs up if you haven't done that. And if you're new to the channel and would like to subscribe and hang out with me on some other days and events that we're doing, I'd love to have you come and be part of my YouTube family. Thanks so much for coming over. We'll catch you all on the next video.